Now, with the Carl Anthony Towns trade being finalized, there's been a lot of hype about the Knicks after this move. That this is now one of the teams that can come out of the East. Some people think that they're the team to be in the East, while a lot of people still believe it's the Celtics since they're the defending champs. But even the people who think the Celtics are the favorites to come out of the East believe the Knicks are the team that has the best shot at dethroning them. The Knicks are riding a huge wave right now that they haven't rode since it's been a while since I was back in high school, back in the late 90s. That just shows you how long this has been. That's like the last time I remember vividly when people actually took the Knicks seriously as contenders and that you had to respect them because they were always in contention throughout the whole entire 90s. They were always like number two, really, to Jordan's Bulls in the East. They were always just the number two team. Granted, every now and then Indiana would take their spot as number two, but for most of the time they were number two to the Bulls in the East during the 90s. And then when Michael retired, there was that assumption that they would come out of the East and possibly win a title. Granted, they did come out that one year in 94, and then they did come out again in 99, but it's been a really long time since people took the Knicks seriously, and people who are not the Knicks fans took the Knicks seriously and had to respect them along with the media and the rest of the basketball world. It really has been, I would say, 25 years. Really, that was like the last time people took this Knicks seriously was really 25 years ago, heading into the 2000 series, 2000 season from their summer 99 training camp, fall 99, as you would say. But that's really the last time people took them seriously. It's really been that long. It's been a very long time. So it's interesting to see all this hype, and that just makes me ask the question: can this Knicks team be the best Knicks team since the '99 Knicks? The '99 Knicks I'm referring to from the lockout season, the team that made it to the finals, only to lose to the eventual champions, the Spurs, in 5 games. Actually, they would be the eventual champs in 5 games that year. And after that moment, the Knicks never got back to the mountaintop again. I think Knicks fans always assumed that it would happen quickly and that it would be only a matter of time before they would be relevant again. But they've gone through a long stretch of not being relevant. I know some people will say that they were relevant for that 1 minute they had Carmelo. Even that team that won 50-some games with Carmelo that one year, where I think he led them to the second best record in the East, I didn't take that team seriously at all. I never thought they had a legit chance of winning it all. I never imagined any scenario that they could win. They could possibly beat Miami or anybody that would come out of the West that year. I think that was way back in 2012 or 2013. But yeah, they obviously didn't make it out. I remember they lost to, I think, yeah, it was the Indiana Pacers back then. But that team was really not a contender in my eyes. They were a good regular season team. But this Knicks team, they might be of the right stuff if things go their way. This trade was huge. And they can, on paper, at least when you look at them on paper, they can beat anybody in the East. And they could beat anybody out West. If you look at the way their team is constructed, granted, you could say they have some flaws when it comes to some depth issues, but if things break right, I think they could overcome that. So that's something that they could be excited about, especially Knicks fans. And I just want to just go back to that 99 team. You look at that 98-99 team, they were a poor scoring team. They were actually ranked 26th in the league in offense that year. But their defense was incredible. They were number 4th in the league in defense. So that's how great they were back then. Now, if you look at the team from last year, granted, this team is a little bit different than last year's team, but last year's team was actually better offensively than the 99 Knicks. They were ranked 19th in the league in offense. And they were actually better defensively. They were number 2 in the league in defense. So their defense was great and amazing. It'll be interesting this year where they'll be ranked in defense. But since this is a Tibbs team, I'm going to assume they're going to be somewhere in the top 5. That's what I believe they will be. So they'll be ranked high defensively. The question is, will they be even better offensively? Possibly with their new additions of Cat and Bridges. Those guys can add some offense to their team. But it's gonna be really interesting. Like, I can't say yet if they'll be better than that 99 team. Obviously, if they win a title, for sure, I would put them ahead of that team easily. Now to get to the finals, I think they can make an argument for being better than that team, even if they don't win. So it'll be interesting. They definitely have the chance to be the best team in New York since that 99 team if they remain healthy, if things go right. So it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm not even a Knicks fan. I just like seeing the East competitive. I think we're going to see some great matchups. If everybody remains healthy, I'm hoping for that. So maybe we can see Knicks Bucks, Knicks Sixers, Knicks Celtics. This has a lot of potential to be really entertaining. Even Knicks Pacers a rematch would be fun just for the revenge factor. But the Knicks fans have a lot to be excited about. This is a feeling they haven't felt in like 25 years. So I'll just leave it at that.